Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps the channel a lot. We are starting off today's episode with something way different. This is CSL Map View. It's a mod that you can get for your for City Skylines if you play on the PC, and it allows you to see your city in a whole new dimension, and it is rather cool. I forgot to include this in episode 100, so why not episode 101? So let's just kind of go over what this is. Well, I'll show you later on in the video how to actually get this picture of your city. So make sure you stick around. But we're just going to kind of explore some of the cool things about this. So you can kind of turn on and off certain items, like we have all our transit routes over here, for example. But you can turn those off. You can turn off forests, you can turn off terrain, because if you go over here we can kind of see the terrain, and you know, it also shows off like all the districts. So like we have the Bathurst port over here, and it also has little symbols of it too, so it makes things really nice and really easy to use for city planning. So I think we're going to use this again relatively soon, but I just wanted to give you a cool introduction of the city as is, and we can kind of talk about some plans as well. But here's the airport all the way over here. So it didn't actually include the entire city when I took this picture. It only really takes the center 12 or 16. Yeah, the center 16 squares. So for example, we have Strathcona, which is a suburb out over here. We also have some airport stuff over here that we can't see. If we zoom in over to the airport, yeah, see, it cuts off, so that's a bit unfortunate. But you know, it really shows off some really cool aspects of the city. Like this light blue line is our subway. Now this is not something we've actually completed yet in our city, because there are multiple ways we can connect the metro into our airport, and that's going to be something we're going to look at in Tuesday's video. Tomorrow, I guess, for you. I don't know. Maybe the day after. But the dark, the black and the white lines are the rail lines. So what you can do, I know Biffa releases videos quite often about rail lines, and it's good to kind of mark off where you have your cargo and your passenger lines using the CSL Map Viewer Mod, so that you can really see where your city's kind of rail networks are, and it makes it easy to plan. So for example, we have Union Square over here, but we also have a cargo station right here. So theoretically we should probably look at splitting these lines up. Now we kind of already do that with restrictions. So we restrict cargo on some lines, passenger on the other. And we do have two parallel lines that run, but it splits right here. It's a little tricky to see, but you can kind of see two separate lines running parallel together. So this junction here and then the junction over here is something that we're going to have to look at in a future rail video. But this also really helps you plan out the future expansions of your roadways, because you get to see it like all top down. There's not many times in City Skylines where you get to see your entire city from the top down. You know, the views aren't always the best, but I really like how it looks. And we also have a different view without the transit lines. So we can really just see our trams, our subway lines, our train lines, and then it's also much cleaner for the district names. Here's our baseball diamond, for example. Yeah, it's a really cool look, and you get to really see the prominence of some parts of your city, like our university right in the middle of the city. Kings Park also really stands out with this, and then you also get to see the wonkiness of some junctions, because they're a little bit wonky, you know. So it's a little funny, but yeah, it's, you know, this is a really cool mod. It's really helpful with your city planning. With one of our last cities, what I did was I had this kind of printed off on my desktop, and I would use it to draw out future transit lines, and maybe that's something I should do more often. But you know, time is just gets the best of you sometimes, right? Oh, this is really cool. This is Mackenzie Square. It's really interesting to see how the train lines or tram lines kind of converge. Yeah, it's a really neat way to view the city, that's for sure. And here's the suburbs. This is what we did in episode 100. and then out over here. So it looks like West Riverside never really did get that population. It's not exactly the most prominent or the best place to live in the world, right beside the water treatment plant and a rail line. So I think we'll have to look at getting something a bit more valuable down in here that would encourage people. Maybe another factory or something can go down here. Well, that's not exactly the most desirable location either. But we also detailed Wood Garden. That's a nice little park we have over here. It's cool seeing it from this angle. Another thing we're going to look at during the future is reconsolidating our power and then our garbage as well. I think we're going to move our garbage out of here relatively soon and probably put it over here somewhere, or maybe we have two. Maybe I'm thinking something over here, something over here. Sorry, that way we can not have the garbage coming into the city. It's only leaving the city. It's always a good option. But it'd be really cool once we get out in these islands as well. So yeah, I just wanted to start off today's episode with kind of showing this mod off, and then we're gonna go into the city and we're gonna see how the CSL map view works in the game. Pretty much what it's going to do is it's going to open up a window for you, and then you can play around with all the settings, so you can get all these through here, or if you like, you can get all your transit lines on here as well. That's probably the biggest helpful or the most helpful thing in my opinion. So yeah, I'll talk to you soon. And welcome back to Brockton County. I hope you like those cool views with the CSL Map View mod. And we'll go over how to do that in game here, because that sure is a really cool way to view your city from the top down, from cool geographic views. But like it may have said in the title of the video, today we're going to do just a bit of residential expansion. I don't want to do too much with the airport today, because at the time I'm recording this, just based off my weekly schedule, I'm very busy. Last week, I guess, for you. I just wanted to make sure that all the airport videos came out before I continued building it. So we're going to do some stuff way out in the suburbs, because it's a little needed. So let's hop in. Let's hop out of this little view of the city, and let's go take a quick peek at how, that's not where it is, on how to get CSL Map View on your, or how it works really. So you're going to go into options here, and you're going to select it in the mod settings, and pretty much very simple, just like I said earlier. Just click export if you want to export the snapshot of your city, and it's going to take it of the entire map right away, or click export and run viewer, and what's going to happen is it's going to open up a window with that in that picture in it already, and there'll be tons of options just like we showed earlier in the video on how that works. So that's the CSL Map View mod in a jiffy. It's a really cool mod. I love using it. Honestly, I just forget about it all the time. I wish I remembered, but in the last 50 or so episodes, my time has been absolutely crunched, and I haven't been able to really use this mod to its best ability for a City Skylines YouTube channel. So I'll try to use it more in the future, but let's hop out and let's take a quick peek at why I am looking at building out in the suburbs today. Well, if you notice up here, we have a lot of, well, we have 9, it fluctuates, buildings with not enough workers. Now, some of those, I'm just gonna do this while we're talking, some of those buildings are in fact in here. They fluctuate, and then along here as well, where we built last week, I think it was. So, you know, it's a little spread out, which is totally fine. There's also some that appear in here. But I noticed that if we hop over to this highway, and we go down the highway to the suburb of Strathcona, it's a little ways out here. We get off the highway at this diamond interchange, or we go over here in this park low. But there's tons of areas out over here that are looking for more workers. And you know, there's a bit of a death wave going on through here. So I figured we haven't been out here in a long time. There's a lot we kind of left blank. So I'm thinking we spend today's video, it's a bit shorter for the City Skylines content in the city, because we're looking at the CSL Map View mod earlier. And I think it's just a good opportunity to take a small little dabble into this community, because I think what we'll do is we'll detail this park, we'll expand some residential out over here, kind of fill it in a little bit better. And then also if we just spin around, I think I might get a couple residential communities right through here. We're gonna save over this way for another episode. So, you know, we'll still be focusing on the south of the highway here, but I think it'll all be worth it. So let's start off with looking at this area right here. So we have some great pedestrian connection right along here, which people seem to be using, but it's really only to get over here because what we did is we built the service station like an en route. If you've ever driven on the 401 in Ontario, they're like these highway en routes, or that's the name of them, highway service stations where you can grab your coffee and whatnot. So it worked out great. But I'm thinking what we do is we get a pedestrian connection over here, underneath this, and then over top of the highway, so we can connect in over here so it's a bit easier for people to access it. And that's what we'll start off with doing, but clearly this road can be extended. Whoa, holy cow. Just a bit more, so that's what we'll do. And as you see, there's some unused land over this way as well. And then I will just bring this in to connect, and I don't think we'll connect up here. We may just leave this vacant. I don't really know. I don't really want to zone too much more industry or commercial out this way because we're already struggling, clearly, right? So there's that. But we can zone in some residential over here. I think we should be good with pollution-wise. What we can do is we can actually just move this over. So I will just kind of wait for this to clean up a little bit. Or sorry, empty out. And let's grab ourselves this pathway. We'll use the same one. And I'm just going to go underneath here. Just like that. Pretty simple. And I think what we'll do as well is we'll just get a pathway to connect down here like that as well. Now I hope that connects up here too. One way to check if it actually does is to use move it and see if pathways do connect, and it seems like they are connecting. So I think we're good if we just leave it like that. Should be good. Okay, so now that we're on this side of the highway, I'm just going to, oh, we're still in move it. Make sure you get out of the move it. We're gonna grab the road again. And then we're gonna move into an elevated pedestrian pathway. And we'll go up to 9 meters. And I'm actually a bit too far over. I was hoping to be about here. So that's where we will end up. Right about there. I think that's actually a bit too high, so I'm gonna grab it again. I'm gonna grab this whole thing, and we're just gonna lower it. Pretty much, how about until the concrete disappears? That's pretty good. Okay, so now let's just kind of rejig some things. And I'm just going to go down like that, and we'll just use move it to readjust it. Okay. Let's see, we still good over here? We are still good. Fantastic. Okay, so I think I'll actually just raise that up ever so slightly. Yeah, pretty good. And then we'll take it down to home, so I'll just click home. And pretty much I'll take it out right to about here. And then we'll go back to ground level. Right about there. That works with me. We'll swoop it around to make it seem a bit more funky. Okay, fantastic. So now we have an easier pedestrian connection for people to get over this way. Alrighty. And you know what? I probably should have realized that I was going to do this earlier, so we'll just have to move that connection right up here. It would be a smelly walk, but worthwhile walk. There we go. Holy cow. Words. I think I mentioned this before. Recording after work sometimes, my brain is just absolutely fried, and yeah, it sure it is. Had a really busy work week. All right, so we got some more people moving in here. That is fantastic to see. So this is a pretty gross area, right? It's garbage. So I think one way we can kind of spruce this area up a little bit and increase the property value around here at the same time is to pretty much just add in a large park. So looks like this park is fine. We could use just the basic city park and zone it in, but I don't mind doing it this way. I think what we'll do is we'll get some symmetry involved, you know, some classic 1950s style symmetry is king kind of architecture. And since this is a suburb that's supposed to be stylized like a 1950s suburb, it works. There we go. And I think I'll just bring this down like that, and then we'll bring this one down like that, and that should be good. Let's try to find that tree that's being used in the park. Is it that one? Yeah, it looks like it's that one. Okay, and then we'll just try and place them to blend in the park. Okay, I really don't like that tree, so we'll just place it down. That one's too small too. There we go. Okay, that works. Yeah, and then that really separates some things. And then what we can do is we can just add maybe like a shop or two over here. I'll just try to make them small, and we'll separate them so that it'll give us a more unique look. And then I think what we can actually do here then is just grab this and just connect up like that. Fantastic, okay. And then right in here, we can do the same thing pretty much. Do we have a library? Oh, we do. Wow, that was right there. A library is another good building to kind of use as a bit of a transition. But how is healthcare in this area? We have one healthcare clinic. Oh, but we have the monument, so I guess we don't really need it. We have a child care facility, and we have an elder care facility, and we do have some of these as well. Okay, so there we go. We got good fire support. That's good. Could have a radio tower in this town. I think that would probably be worth it as well. But I don't exactly know where this would go. It would make sense that it would be somewhat close to town, right? But perhaps it's somewhere over this way. Okay, I'll just delay a bit further. I'm trying to figure out what to go here, or what should we put here. Post office. Do we have a post office up this way? We have one. Okay, so we can get a second one. That works with me. We could put it right here on the other side of this police station here, and then what we can do is we can get a city path to, let's just go with this one. Ground level, click home, there we go. Just to split this in half a little bit. Whoa. And then hopefully we can get some houses right in here. We might be too close on this side. So I think what I'll do is try and fill this area up with some commercial. Just hope for the best. Because again, I don't really want to push it with the commercial. That works. All right, fantastic. So we've really filled this space in now. And I guess since we're moving this way, we might as well look at detailing the park. So this is going to be our, well, Strathcona Pond. We should probably look at its water first. I think we can raise it up a touch more. Probably raise it up a bit more, but then we're really pushing it. So we'll just raise that up. And now let's just get a basic city park in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the one with the parking lot attached to it. And we'll put it right here in the corner. Then we're going to pretty much make it just like a nice running trail. Yeah, let's actually just get a second gate right here. And then we'll kind of mirror that on the other side. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to get a pathway with trees right through here. And then this will be the border of, whoa, of the pond. So things will have to reshift a little bit. I'm gonna try and grab all these nodes. Okay, I guess we'll do that. Let's try to set it to this height. Let's see how much of a height difference it is. Oh wow, it's quite the difference. Okay, let's see if we can move this one down. Yep, so I imagine that the city probably would have looked at leveling everything out around here first. So I don't really mind doing this. Yeah, and then let's just grab all of these nodes on this side, and we'll put it to the same height. So, you know, some tweaking that I wasn't really expecting to do, but I think it's realistic. Something that the city would have for sure done originally. Okay, and this one should be lowered a touch as well. And then we should grab this and send it to that height. Just wait for it to adjust. There we go. Oh, it's still a bit high, so I think what I'll do is I'll just raise this one up a little bit. Just these two. Whoa, wrong one. There we go. Now the library looks a bit nicer. Okay, so we got like a nice little trail through here. We got some space to fit some things. My idea for this is that we're gonna get the climbing frame right in here, so maybe the kids come in and play after school over here. I really like the climbing frame asset. Oh wait, I don't think I finished the leveling. I didn't do this side. There we go. And that's a bit nicer too. Alrighty. I'm just gonna smooth this out. Right through here. And then over here as well. Just don't wanna get too many messy things going on. Looks like I missed a node here. There we go, that makes things a lot easier. Alrighty, and then what I want to do is I want to create a bit more of a shoreline. So I'm going to push this back. Okay, fantastic. And then this is a bit more of a sharper shoreline, isn't it? More rigid. It's okay. I'll give it a bit of an embankment here so that maybe people want to read a bit closer to the water or something like that. Yeah. All right. So we got that. Now, should this be a little bit more forested? I'm thinking right along in here it should be forested. All right, and then I'm just going to come back over here holding the right trigger, or the right mouse button. I'm playing too much Xbox. Okay, there we go. Now we're kind of working that out a little bit better. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some paths of use. I always forget the word. There's an actual geographical term for this. Paths that people kind of cut themselves. They're not city paths or anything. Okay, I want it right here. And this is going to go right to the water, like that. For no reason other than people have decided to walk down to the pond, even though there's more appropriate spots or something like that around here. Give it a little bit of a story. Okay. And then we'll come back over here and try to fill this in as much as possible. Alrighty. And then I want to remove all those trees from the outside. Perfect, okay. So now that we got that in place, I think I'm going to fence off this side of the park. From here all the way right to about here and in. But that's it. I don't think I'm going to fence off the rest of it. How about we fence this side though, actually. Right to about here. Yeah. Okay, I like that. And now let's just add in a couple more park assets. So I'm thinking a gazebo would be absolutely lovely. I like the green gazebos a bit better. Right here. And we'll get another one right over here. You know, matching some symmetry. And how about we get a nice pier right here. We'll just rotate it. Try to make sure it's in the center. I guess this would be the center, wouldn't it? Of the park, at least. All right, and then we're just going to lower it into the ground until that last staircase disappears. So, whoa. Just gonna try to make it so that lamp is perfectly placed. I guess we'll try to shift it over here so that it looks like the lamps are symmetrical. Yeah, that works great. And then I'm thinking maybe we get one more over here. So we'll just do that. We're gonna pull it in. Oh, that's right. And then lower it back down. Same idea. All right, so it's not exactly over the water, but maybe the ground's eroded a bit or something like that, or filled in. And I don't think this needs a bathroom, this park. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's put one in. We'll put one in right about here. Nice, and then that means we need to switch this path connection to there, or to that, and I think I'll do the same. Nope. We're good. Okay, we're good. So I got a little bathroom there, and that's all we really need. I don't think like the plaza or anything would work in this situation. It's a bit too big for this park anyways. The cafe could be nice. We could squeeze that in right in here. Be a nice little reprieve, I guess. Perhaps we'll put it over on this side. So what I'll do is I'll just place it in like that against the road. And that way you had to kind of like enter the park to get at it because the fence is there. But you know, you're done swimming at the community pool and grab a drink by the pond. It'll also help improve its entertainment value. So, and this is a free park. We don't need to pay for this park. Alrighty, so you know that really helped out with the land value immensely. This is something that I wanted to do in episode 100, but we never got around to it. And you know, honestly, look at this. It's gone. All these symbols are gone. Now that's probably because they disappeared. But we'll say it's because of what we did. I mean, yeah, there's missing assets for sure. Let's delete that one because now I can grow into a bigger one. Yeah. Let's just do that. Okay, yeah, so you know, I think maybe just this pedestrian pathway might have helped out, but as I say that, no one seems to be using it. I don't know. It seemed like a good plan. It's a massive house. Wow. This should probably be fenced off, but how about we look at bringing houses out to about here. So we'll just grab our basic road. I think we'll connect in right about here. How about, yeah, yeah, right there. Alrighty, and then we'll swing by this lake. And then we'll go into curved mode. Bring it out to about there, and we'll connect in like that. Fantastic. I think what we'll do is we'll bring this to connect out over here. Let's go into freeform. And we'll swing it in to connect right about there. I think that's probably good. Alrighty, and then let's get a bit of a some homes right in here, perhaps. And then what we'll do is we'll just get a dirt path to connect the two. There we go. And yeah, let's actually get that fence in. I think what we'll do is we'll just take the forestry fence, which is a thicker wooden fence. And I'm just going to bring it to about here. Yeah, you don't really need to do this for every lot, but you know, it does add some character to a suburb. They kind of wing out there at the end. Can I just turn off maybe node snapping? Would that help out? No. These lots have a weird angle. It was a survey error, actually. So yeah, it wasn't me. It was a survey error. Look at that survey error. Oh man, look at that survey error. That one actually connects up straight. Okay, well, I'll actually try to do that one nice. All right, and another survey error. Yeah, and that kind of helps out a little bit around the highway, for the look of it at least. Alrighty, so we got that in place. These are probably gonna be bigger lots now. So what I'm thinking is we just get one more connection through here. And we just, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just get a straight connection like that. And this will swing out. Like that. It's a bit wonky. So we'll have to just readjust these. I was hoping to just kind of get this over here so that it looked like you could park and get into the dog park this way. Alrighty. And I guess we will get a connection right here. How about that? We could get connections through here too. Do something funky like that. Ah, no. It's too funky for the 50s style suburb. Yeah, we'll just leave it as larger lots. Okay, and then we'll get a connection here. Yeah. I think this works. Okay, so let's get some suburban housing in here. It's not exactly suburban, but it's nice. We'll split that house there. Very good, and then we'll get a big house right here. And then we'll try and do something similar, but different. All right, I think I'll leave that waterfront open. And, Okay, I think we can probably do this. And we'll fill in the rest of that. Hopefully that gives us nice clean lots. Alrighty, so pretty much what I'm doing is I'm trying to focus on getting these lots to be rather clean. Yeah, that should work. And we kind of leave ourselves open a little bit over here now. we'll get some housing over here. You would either love to live here or you would hate to live here. I think I would love to live there. Beside the dog park, that'd be awesome. All right, and then we have this other kind of area here. I think this will be a bit more of like a nature reserve kind of thing. I don't mind getting a couple houses on here. Not really like not like a real nature reserve, but you know, also not like a cottage lake. Maybe, I think it's just a bit low. Okay, I think we can probably zone all of this up. Don't really need those. And you know, I think we should probably look at adding a school in as well. So let's take a look at that actually. How is education over here in Strathcona? Well, we have one elementary school. It's almost full. And then we had another elementary school. And it's not very full, but maybe if we get another one over here. Maybe this is a more ritzy, hody kind of area, so maybe we'll throw in the community school. And this will be right here. And then what we'll do is use the playground. So, holy cow, where is it? This one is the basic playground, but we could just use the large playground. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. And then we'll just look at dezoning some things here. We'll dezone all of that. And then we'll just get our dirt path. And we'll get a nice straight connection through here. But also connecting up. There we go, very nice. And then we'll get the this little fence through here. Very good. Okay, and yeah, maybe we can look at raising the water level here. But we might be pushing a little bit. Okay, so let's get some more housing in here. Oh, I think the park just leveled up. I heard that little ding. I know you won't hear it, so that's why I wanted to mention it. So it looks like the park leveled up to level 2. That's good to know. Let's do some larger houses over here. Some houses that are a bit closer together. Let's get some big houses. And then we'll just look at filling this up as well. Okay. So I guess we'll just try to fill in the rest of this with forest. And yeah, I don't really want to extend too much farther this way, because I don't really want to. But we might need to get like another connection over here. Maybe not. Maybe a bridge or something. Don't really know what I have planned too much for this side of this. I have a plan for over here, which is for a video in the upcoming days. But I guess we do have a bridge over the river this way, so I think we're probably good. But it's probably the extent of Strathcona out this way. And so we got that school. How's the high school out in Strathcona? There's one, and it's still good. Okay, I think maybe what we can do is we can get a bus to run a bit of a loop through here. Yeah, so we'll get it to stop right through here. And we'll get it to go right down here. And around. Oh, I see. Don't worry. I did forget the water. I know. And we'll get it to come this way. Then we'll just get another school bus to go the other way. These aren't very good school bus routes, but I think people in the town would like using it. And yeah. So that works. I think I'll just move this one over here to help out, and then this is bus stop there and here. Okay, I think we're probably good. Alrighty. And let's just make those really quickly. So they're probably 46 and 47. Yeah, they are. Okay, so this will be Strathcona bus 1. Sure. And it's going to be white. And then we have Strathcona bus 2. Oh, that's 1 again. 2. And this one will be the contrast. Okay, and then what we can do is make it a school bus. School bus. There we go. Alrighty, so let's get some water out to these kind folks who have been taking the water from the lake or something for the last couple years of gameplay. There we go. And I might as well just make sure that that connects up. Alrighty, so we should be good. And I think this will just kind of take some time to zone up. Leisure seems pretty good. Let's check out land value in the area. Yeah, I mean, it's really high over here. Not so much over this way, but we have a park over there, so that should help out. I'm sure once people start moving in as well, that might improve. I wonder if we can get a nice little pier, one of these larger ones. Let's just check there's no zoning. There's no zoning right here. Okay. I wonder if we can just kind of put places here and then push it right up against like that. Just raise it up a touch. It's so high. There we go. Now people can fish in here, but they don't really need to access this. But how about right here? What we do is we get the Marina. Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to place it, and we're going to push it out into the water and down. Again with this darn houseboat, eh? It's wild. Then let's just grab our basic road. Something like that. And then let's put that down to this height. Yeah, that's quite the slope, eh? Alrighty. And how about we just do a bit of network tool. And then we'll kind of call it a day. Do about here maybe. Alrighty, so all these houses are going to need to reset. And that's okay, I'll do that. Still a bit steep, but now people can take their boats out onto the lake. And maybe people have their own docks or something, but it doesn't look like a lot of them really can. And this isn't an uber detailed channel, so it's more like a thematic kind of build. But yeah, you know, you can always add those piers. Don't really need that there. Get some trees in here though. Okay, fantastic. There are some trees in the lake. Alrighty. Alrighty, well, you know, we really did some nice expansions in this area. Let's see if we have enough to get to the next level. We do. Okay, so it's just a matter of time before this gets to level 3. And, you know, it's just going to take some time to sim because this isn't exactly the most valued land. But it looks like maybe we solved some issues over here. But it could also be that they just disappeared. Let's see if anyone's using this bridge. Doesn't seem like they are. So I think what I'm going to do is just try to solve that issue in case it is an issue. I'm just going to connect it up with its own little path. Just like that, and then just use move it to bring it back. Okay, so, oh, and garbages are full already. Okay. So I think that's where we'll leave it today, folks. We don't really need to do much else. I mean, healthcare is good in the city. Fire coverage is oh, that's disaster coverage. Fire coverage is not great, but there's 2 already. Police station, we have 2. That's the high school. How's the library situation? We got 1. That's probably good enough for the town. Got the post office over here. Yeah, you know, we did a lot this episode. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this little more low-key build. But tomorrow's episode, we'll dive back into the airport because we'll all be caught up to where I'm at and where you're at. So yeah, let's go into free camera mode and let's just kind of dive into the suburbs here. And have a wonderful day, folks. I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.